Welcome Kingsbridge Homes viewers. Thanks so much for tuning in today. We are doing another series here as part of our Table Talk series where we interview a number of land developers and land sales agents. Today we have Adam from PEET, so thank you for joining us, Adam.
Thanks for having me.
And we are right here in their head office as well on St. Kilda Road. They're a nationwide company. They've got many communities all over, and especially a few in Victoria, which I'll get you to touch on in a second. And unfortunately for you, I usually like to subject our interviewers with a few questions about their background. So if you wouldn't mind telling me how you got into the building industry, what you love about it and all of that.
Yeah, so I've always had an interest in property. I actually originally wanted to be an architect, but realised very quickly I was not very good at drawing, so it didn't work out. But I spent a few years initially as a property manager working in the city. I really enjoyed the leasing aspect of that role and dealing with clients and helping them achieve the goals that they were after. So that sort of pushed me towards sales, and I spent just under 7 years at another major land developer before coming across to PEET, and I'm now the state sales manager for Victoria and the ACT.
That's great, awesome. So Adam, if you could touch on a few of the communities that you guys have currently at the moment, some of the key features that might really interest our Kingsbridge Homes audience.
Absolutely. So we've got projects, active projects, essentially across each of the active corridors in Melbourne. So we've actually got two in the southeast. We've got Acacia and Summerhill. They're both located in the suburb of Botanic Ridge, and both projects are actually adjoining one another. Summerhill sort of caters to second and third home buyers, with the average lot size being a little bit larger, and therefore a little bit more premium in terms of the landscaping and some of the features within that side. Acacia on average has slightly smaller lots and caters more to the first home buyers looking for that corridor. But as both projects are essentially in the same location, it's a little bit unique to some of the other land estates in the southeast. Botanic Ridge is a little bit removed. As I touched on before, the average lot size is much larger. The projects are surrounded by the Royal Botanic Gardens, which is a great feature to have. Acacia will have its very own future shopping village, anchored by a major supermarket retailer, which we're all very excited about. Botanic Ridge Primary School is also set to open in 2020.
That's great news, awesome. Some in the west as well, in that giant growth corridor. Bit of a different demographic,
Yeah, so we've got two active projects in the west. We've got Newhaven in Tarneit and Cornerstone in Werribee. Tarneit obviously has seen huge growth over the past few years, and I guess the newfound interest in the Werribee corridor is off the back of all that growth in Tarneit, with prices growing pretty rapidly there. So Newhaven's a great project. When finished, there'll be just over 1,200 homes within the estate.
Wow,
really conveniently located close to existing retail, future schools. We'll actually have our own school site within the project in time. So that's a great spot for families. Then Cornerstone, which is even newer than Newhaven, perfect for first home buyers, a little bit more affordable. That's also going to be a relatively quiet project in the sense that there'll be multiple parks, but not a great deal of busy shopping strips, but at the same time very conveniently located close to future retail centres.
Yeah, great. So you've touched on the southeast and the west. What about in the north? That's obviously a huge area of growth as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's really been our flagship project for the last probably 4 or 5 years in Aston.
Okay.
That's coming towards an end. It's been a fantastic project for us. Craigieburn itself has been, I guess, on a bit of a journey. When we started that project, Craigieburn was sort of the new frontier. There wasn't a lot out there. If you have a drive around there, we've got Craigieburn Central Shopping Centre. There's multiple schools, multiple parks and playgrounds, and Aston has really become a thriving community. With Aston, we're currently selling our final 2 stages within the project.
That's great, awesome. Thanks so much, Adam, for joining the show. Sounds like you guys have a lot going on all around Melbourne. we really recommend for our Kingsbridge Homes viewers to check out PEET and all that they have to offer. So thanks again.
It's a pleasure.
It's a bit better. I think I'm nervous because you're here. I'm usually pretty flowy.
Let's have a few jokes in it. Jeez.
Yeah.